Muletrain!
Well, it is about time for the Muletrain News Program on this Wednesday, May the 18th, 2016, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Cassie Jean Benham, 97 years of age, a resident of our Parkview Nursing Care Center in Muleshoe and the mother of Jack Benham of Muleshoe, died Saturday here in Muleshoe. The funeral service for Mrs. Benham will be at 10:30 Saturday morning in the First United Methodist Church of Martin with the Reverend Lyndall Fletcher, pastor of that congregation. He is from Lubbock. Burial will be in the Martin Memorial Cemetery under the direction of Ellis Funeral Home of Martin. Mrs. Benham was born May the 3rd, 1919 in Vine Prairie Community at Crawford County, Arkansas, to Boyd and Maggie Pierce Evans Formby. She married Willard C. Benham in Fort Smith, Arkansas on November the 29th, 1939. She attended College of the Ozarks in Clarksville, Arkansas, and graduated from Oklahoma A&M in Stillwater, Oklahoma. She held teaching certificates in 3 states, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Mrs. Benham taught public school spanning 5 decades, retiring in 1984. She was active in the Classroom Teachers Association, Delta Kappa Gamma, Texas Retired Teachers Association, and also was a silver-haired legislator. She is preceded in death by her husband, Willard, who died in 1995, her daughter, Nancy Carroll, and also her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Boyd Formby, her siblings, Jim Earn and Jack Evans Formby, and Maggie Elizabeth Brownlee. Nancy Benham, her daughter-in-law here in Muleshoe, tells me that she was a very exceptional lady and a member of the great generation, and she was a very special person. She got up and made a career for herself and traveled the world over. Survivors are her son, Jack Benham of Muleshoe, and his wife, Nancy, her 2 daughters, Lavelle Hawkins and her husband, Tommy of Lubbock, and Linda Bunga and her husband, Theodore of Beaverton, Oregon, her sister, Peggy Sue Mason of Alma, Arkansas, and there are also 7 grandchildren. Here in Muleshoe, Bobby Black and her husband, Tyler, Diane Gumpler and her husband, Robert, Leslie Garcia and her husband, Gil, Chris Bunga and his wife, Lauren, Elizabeth Bunga, Kendra Henson and her husband, Austin, and Sarah Wyckoff and her husband, Owen. And in addition to that, 17 great-grandchildren. You can go online to send a sympathy message to the Benham family at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, Mrs. Cassie Jean Benham, 97 years of age, a resident of our Parkview Nursing Care Center, died on Saturday here in Muleshoe, and the funeral services will be held this coming Saturday, May the 21st at 10:30 in the morning in the First United Methodist Church of Martin with the Reverend Lyndall Fletcher, pastor of that congregation, officiating. Burial will be in the Martin Memorial Cemetery under the direction of Ellie's Funeral Home of Martin. Please remember all of the Benham family in your prayers. Dan Throckmorton's funeral service will be a memorial here in Muleshoe on Thursday morning at 10 in the 16th and Avenue D Church of Christ of Muleshoe, because that is where so many years he faithfully worshiped. He was the father of Belinda Caswell of Muleshoe. Lunch will be served at 11:30 on Thursday morning at the Fellowship Hall of the 16th and Avenue D Church of Christ following the memorial service. And then that afternoon, they will go to Whitehall, and that is where his ashes will be buried next to his wife, Millie. He was 83 years of age when he died at his Bayfield, Colorado home, but he lived here in Muleshoe many years. Dan Throckmorton served in the United States Air Force, where he achieved the rank of Tech Sergeant. While serving in Alaska, he met Mildred Laverne Bryant, known as Millie. She was from Whitehall, Texas at the time, and they married on December the 11th, 1952 in Fairbanks, Alaska. Their first child, Valerie Inez, was born there. Dan was transferred to Panama City, Florida, where their second child, Lula Danita, was born. After he was discharged from the military in 1956, the family moved to Muleshoe and added another daughter, Belinda Linnell. He bought farmland, and the family farmed together for over 30 years. Dan and Millie started a refinishing antique furniture business here in Muleshoe, and they moved the business into town here in Muleshoe after starting it on their farm. It was called Throckmorton Refinishing Shop, and they were in business in Muleshoe for a number of years. In 2001, they sold their business and traveled throughout the United States in a fifth wheel. In 2006, the Throckmortons moved to be near their daughter, Danita Fishbach. He was preceded in death by his wife, Millie, who died in 2011. His sister, Clara, Mrs. Joe Harbin of Muleshoe, and a brother, Clifford Throckmorton. Dan Throckmorton is survived by his three daughters, Valerie Carlisle and her husband, Gene of Sundown, Danita Fishbach and her husband, Tom of Bayfield, Colorado, and Belinda Caswell and her husband, Pete of Muleshoe. Also surviving are 8 grandchildren, among them Jake Caswell of Muleshoe, and 5 great-grandchildren. Please remember all of the Throckmorton family in your prayers, and repeating the memorial service for Dan Throckmorton, 83 years of age, formerly of Muleshoe, will be at 10 Thursday morning in the 16th and Avenue D Church of Christ, where he was a member so many years. Lunch will be served at 11:30 after the memorial service in the Fellowship Hall of the 16th and Avenue D Church of Christ, and burial will be Thursday afternoon in Whitehall. Muleshoe officially received 38 100ths of an inch of moisture in the past 24 hours, and out at the Mezzo site, which is 2 miles southwest of Muleshoe, they got 35 100ths. Other Mezzo sites reported Floydada 1 and 21 100ths, Brownfield 76 100ths, Levelland 58 100ths, Denver City got 57 100ths, Alton 54 100ths, Martin 43 100ths, Amherst 23 100ths, Dimmitt 22 100ths, and Freona 13 100ths. And the high in Muleshoe on Tuesday was only 54 degrees and the low was 45. On Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock, it was 46 degrees. And now 5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunications brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Sudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area. Whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world, security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Another cool day with rain chances and possibly a thunderstorm for Wednesday. Showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm this afternoon. Cloudy with a high near 57 degrees. East-northeast winds around 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 60%. Showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm again tonight. Cloudy with a low around 45. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 60% again tonight. Thursday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Cloudy with a high near 65 degrees, so a little bit warmer for tomorrow. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, low around 48. Friday, sunny, high near 81 degrees, so really warming up for Friday. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear Friday night, low around 52. Beginning our weekend, Saturday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly sunny, high near 83 degrees. South winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Saturday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms again. Mostly cloudy, low around 58. Our rain chances continue into Sunday along with Sunday night. So we have some good rain chances here in the weather forecast over the next several days for the Muleshoe area, and we'll take all the chances that we can get. Again, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm during the day today on Wednesday. Cloudy, high only around 57 degrees. East-northeast winds around 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 60%. Again, a 60% chance of rain tonight. Showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm. Cloudy with a low around 45. Thursday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms during the day for the Muleshoe area. Cloudy, high near 65 degrees. Thursday night, a 20% chance of rain. Mostly cloudy, low around 48. 5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Re-elected as the president of the Muleshoe School Board is Carol Precure on Tuesday night at their regular meeting. The new vice president is Sergio Leal and secretary Curtis Preston. At the regular meeting, the new staff members who were hired include Trevor Owen of Mason, Texas, and he will teach history and also coach. Kinsey Green, Mrs. Rhett Green of Lubbock, who's been teaching in Seagraves this past year, was hired to teach at the elementary level here. I believe that will be Dillman Elementary. Lindsay Jennings, the present FCCLA substitute at Muleshoe High School, was hired to teach English, and Christy Price, who presently is a TA at Watson Junior High, was also hired as a special education teacher at Watson Junior High. And they had, of course, the wonderful reception for Cindy Magby, who is retiring in the technical department of Muleshoe ISD, and Sandy Chitwood retiring from Muleshoe High School after 33 years of employment. And of course, they had that reception on Monday afternoon at MHS Library, and we hope you are enjoying seeing online and on the air the interview we did with Mrs. Magby and Mrs. Chitwood. Also, there is going to be a Mary D. Shazo Elementary School retirement reception held today from 3:30 to 4:30 for Nora Burris and Maria Garcia. And then on Wednesday, and I guess that was held Tuesday, and Wednesday at the Dillman Elementary School campus, another retirement reception for Claire Brown. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment, and we'll tell you about the Superior Muleshoe High School Choir and the honors they have received. Stay tuned.
Libby Liao and Angelica Toscano want you to join them at Liao's Mexican Food Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. Come and eat anything from quesadillas to grilled cheese and the best hamburgers in town, open every day of the week. I especially like the bean and cheese burritos. I have traveled throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Colorado and never eaten at a better Mexican food restaurant than the original Liao's. This is Julia Reynolds, and I know that the original Liao's is the best.
And Liao's Mexican Restaurant, along with the First Bank, want to wish all of our area graduates in the class of 2016 the very best of luck in your future to come. And this edition of the Muletrain News is brought to you today by Liao's, along with the First Bank, where at the First Bank you can show your school spirit with the First Bank MasterCard debit card, available in the School Spirit editions for the Muleshoe Mules, Dimmitt Bobcats, and Bovina Mustangs. Today, show your team spirit and earn cash for your school every time you swap your card with the First Bank School Spirit MasterCard debit card, available now at the First Bank right here in Muleshoe, 202 South 1st Street, 806-272-4515. They're at fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC. Brian Cox, 401 South 1st Street, and Farwell Hardware, 305 Avenue A, wishes all of our area graduates in the class of 2016 the very best luck in your future to come. Brian Cox now has in flowers and vegetable plants like lemongrass, moss rose, along with new vegetable plants like cantaloupes, cucumbers, and watermelons. A great selection of pavers in different styles and sizes, along with colors, perfect to accent your yard or garden. No rain means you need stock tanks, and Frying Cox and Farwell Hardware has polymer and steel tanks in several different sizes, perfect for the ranchers, farmers, and dairymen. Youth Fishing Day here in Muleshoe is June 4th at Lake Muleshoe, and Frying Cox is carrying a great selection of fishing gear, including rod and reel, hooks, tackle boxes, sinkers, lures, and more. Shower tables available for Kyla Jones and Corey Atwood, along with Selena Quintana and Bryce Embry, and Brandy Hamilton and Miles Janes at Frying Cox. See Frying Cox or Farwell Hardware for great graduation gifts like UT, Texas Tech, or A&M toolboxes, along with great Tervis College cups and Yeti coolers and cups. Congrats to all our area graduates from Frying Cox, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, and Farwell Hardware, 305 Avenue A.
The Muleshoe High School Choir, under the direction of Justine Halmachek, received straight ones from the judges and therefore earned a superior rating at the Sound Waves contest last weekend at Slitterbaum Water Park in New Braunfels. The choir also was named the best in their class and was presented a trophy for that honor. Be sure and see the picture of the Muleshoe High School Superior Rating Choir online and on the air. Also, don't forget that you can vote now, early, in the runoff election in the state of Texas. Now, if you're a registered voter and you live in Bailey County, you vote on the second floor of the Bailey County Courthouse. And that is upstairs in the clerk's office. If you cannot walk up those slick, steep stairs to the second floor, just ask any employee on the first floor, and they will see that a ballot is brought to you on the first floor to vote. Now, the early voting continues now through Friday, and everyone, please exercise your responsibility and vote. This is so very, very important. Now, another thing, if you did not vote in the primary, it doesn't matter. And in Texas, you don't have to be registered as a Democrat, a Republican, an independent, or a Green Party member. We do not do that in Texas. So if you did not vote the first time in the primary, you can still vote in the runoff election. And on the Republican ballot are these candidates: for United States Representative District 19, Jody Arrington and Glenn Robertson. And whoever is elected on May the 24th, next Tuesday, will be our next congressman and will replace Randy Neugebauer in Washington representing us, because no one is running in the November general election on the Democratic ballot. For Railroad Commissioner, Wayne Christian and Gary Gates. Judge, Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 2, Ray Wheelis and Mary Lou Keel. Judge, Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 5, Scott Walker and Brent Webster. That's the Republican runoff ballot. Vote early now through Friday at 5. On the Democratic ballot, there is one runoff election. It is for Railroad Commissioner, and the candidates are Cody Garrett and Grady Yarbrough. Now, you vote on the Democratic and the Republican primary in the same location, the county clerk's office in the Bailey County Courthouse here in Muleshoe. Or if you are in another county, you vote in the county which you are a registered voter. Erin L. Kelly, the daughter of Miss Danny Kelly of Muleshoe, graduated with a Ph.D. in humanities with a concentration in literary studies from the University of Texas at Dallas last Thursday. Congratulations to you, Erin. She is a Muleshoe High School honors graduate from 1992. And as I said, her parents are Danny and Ricky Kelly of Muleshoe, and she's the granddaughter of Shirley Boyd Anderson of Amherst, formerly of Muleshoe. Not only is Erin Kelly a graduate from Muleshoe High School and now a Ph.D. holder from the University of Texas in Dallas, she also graduated magna cum laude from Texas Tech University in 1997 with a Bachelor's of Arts degree in English and pre-medicine. She then earned a Juris Doctorate degree from Texas Tech University School of Law in 2000 and a master's degree in humanities with an emphasis in literary studies from the University of Texas at Dallas in 2004. Erin was nominated for the Philanthropic Educational International Organizational Doctoral Scholar Award. Her research analysis was on how bisocial attitudes are reflected in both literature and law. Her doctoral dissertation is entitled The law shall bruise her. Discrimination against women in Shakespeare, Webster, and the law of the United States. For almost a decade, Erin Kelly has been a professor of composition and literature at the University of Nevada in Las Vegas, the College of Southern Nevada, Richland College, Tarrant County College, and now at the University of Texas at Dallas. Beginning this fall, Erin Kelly will teach in the Department of Interdisciplinary Studies at the University of Texas at Dallas. We want to say congratulations to Erin L. Kelly, a Muleshoe High School grad who has just received her PhD in humanities, and she is the daughter of Danny and Ricky Kelly of Muleshoe and the granddaughter of Shirley Boyd Anderson of Amherst, formerly of Muleshoe. We're so proud of you, Erin. And May the 26th, which is Thursday of next week, KLBK will be bringing from Channel 13 their spotlight tour of the month to Muleshoe. So we'll tell you a lot more about that. And they've been in Muleshoe looking us over closely. So be sure and watch KLBK on May the 26th. SCAC recently met to discuss old business and vote on new members and discuss plans for next year. The annual Student Community Action Club bake auction on Channel 6 was a huge success, and they made $1,000 to benefit the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation. SCAC would like to thank Channel 6 for the years and years of time that they have turned over to the members at juniors and seniors at Muleshoe High School, and also for the community for their support of not only the organization but also the Heritage Foundation. The next meeting of SCAC will be May the 23rd at the Santa Fe Depot at the Heritage Complex, and they will have a hamburger cookout. Some of their members recently attended the meeting, and they will be pictured on Channel 6 and also online. They were Reese Orozco, Isaiah Rosales, Rolly Estrada, Cody No, Vanessa Ramirez, Letty Loya, Lizette Mojica, Vanessa Mojica, and Alexandria Mojica, and many of those students helped this past month with the SCAC annual auction on Channel 6. On Wednesday morning, the Watson Junior High School Choir presented their Pops concert, and on Wednesday afternoon at 2, the Migrant Senior Graduates reception will be held in the MHS Library. Thursday, Watson Junior High Awards Assembly will be held at 9 in the Carrie Moore Auditorium of MHS. And 1:30 on Thursday afternoon, the Muleshoe High School Distracted Driving Assembly will be held in the auditorium. The MHS Academic Awards Assembly will be at 9:30 on Friday morning, and everyone is certainly welcome. We will be there and make a video film of that. Thank you so very much for inviting us. The Muleshoe High School Pops concert will be at 2:30 on Friday afternoon in the Carrie Moore Auditorium. And don't forget, the junior senior banquet and prom is 7 to midnight in Olton at the Walnut Tree. We will be filming that also, and both of the pop concerts at junior high and high school. The relay recess starts at noon Friday at Dillman Elementary School, according to Lindsay Clayton, and that encompasses the entire Dillman Elementary School and their friends and family survivors of cancer. Rooting for Reed team for the Bailey County Relay for Life. It's now taking your orders for Krispy Kreme donuts and Krispy Kreme signature coffee. The 1 dozen donuts and the 1 bag of Krispy Kreme Superior signature coffee is $10 each. And you can call these people to place your order now. Donna Burton, Ryan and Morgan Markle, Helen Cook, Chuck Smith, Sally Messenger, Jesse Malden, Karen Wilhelm, Manny and Debbie Weem, Gina Hodges, Anna Lopez, Tiffany Vega, Rachel Ontiveros, Terry Burton, Esther Estrada, Dana Rimpey also. And by the way, Dana's number is 272-4102 during working hours. Now, also, you need to pick up your Krispy Kreme donuts or your coffee at Burton Service Center starting Saturday morning at 9. Also, another activity for the Relay for Life in Bailey County, the Calvary Baptist Church team needs boxed and labeled baked goods to sell, and all money will go to the American Cancer Society. They will sell those baked goods on Friday, June the 3rd at the Bailey County Civic Center during the Relay for Life. We'll be back with more Muletrain in one moment.
2 weeks to go home following a hospital stay, recover close to home at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center in their swing bed program. It's for Medicare patients discharged from Muleshoe or any other hospital following an acute illness, injury, or surgery, but still need time and physical therapy to heal and strengthen before going home. Call for more information about the swing bed program, Lucy Garcia, RN, at 806-272-4524 to see if you or your loved one qualifies for the swing bed program at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street. Again, call Lucy Garcia, 806-272-4524.
Randy Lawrence and Cheyenne Carpenter, Muleshoe High School graduates, were honored on Sunday morning during the regular morning worship service at the Calvary Baptist Church and presented study Bibles. And then that evening, they had sandwiches in Cheyenne and Randy's honor after the evening service at the Calvary Baptist Church. And Sunday morning at the First Baptist Church, Tristan Boning of Muleshoe, who is going to go to Texas Tech University, was honored at the First Baptist Church morning worship services. And we hope that you have enjoyed seeing that on your TV screen and also online. And also we have the audio portion of the Calvary Baptist Church services also playing. Don't forget Vacation Bible School coming up next month at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe. Guess what? Today I want to say to my oldest granddaughter, happy 11th birthday to Julia Reynolds of Bryan, Texas. And oh my, I will never forget the day Julia was born, and Gil Robert was born, and Peyton was born, and Grayson was born, and Isla was born, because those were some of the happiest days of my entire life. And Gil Robert will be celebrating Saturday, his birthday, and Friday will be Alicia Reynolds, my daughter-in-law's birthday. So we have a lot of birthdays this week. Also, we want to say belated happy birthday on Monday to Jacob Mendoza, Marisa Anaya, and Julian Anaya, who turned 4 years old on Monday. And then Marina Herrera was 4 years old on Tuesday, and a big happy 20th birthday on Friday to Janice Lynn Mendoza. Oh, what a wonderful week for so many people, and happy birthday to you too if you're celebrating or you have an anniversary. We enjoyed last night on Tuesday having in our home Patty Kent and Julie Cage, Janet Claiborne, Sheila Stevenson, and Gina Martis. We missed Terry Markle, but she had more important things to do, and she was at her grandson's big celebration at preschool. Now, we had them, we thought, to come and have dinner on our patio and see Gil Roberts' beautiful creation of his backyard. But guess what? It was too cold. They looked through the windows and the door to the back door yard, and their Bible study group that I participate in, and Julie Cage is the wonderful, wonderful Bible study leader. In our bargain basement for sale, a couch and love seat. It's light blue colors. Call 806-272-3896. On our prayer list, remember Linda Baker of Portales, formerly of Muleshoe. She fell Monday and broke her hip. She is in the hospital in Lubbock. She is the wife of Roy Baker, also formerly of Muleshoe, and Linda Baker is the former Linda Bennett, a Muleshoe High School graduate. Also remember another Muleshoe High School graduate, Sue Basir's sister Kay. She had emergency surgery on Thursday, and she lives in Scottsdale, Arizona, and she is still in intensive care but improving, and she will be moved to a private room in the near future, we're glad to report. Margaret Adams went with her son and daughter-in-law Joe and Gail Adams recently to California to attend her granddaughter's graduation from college, and she fell while there, and when they got back to Muleshoe, well, she went to the doctor here, and he said that she had broken her ankle. And Margaret Adams needs to be on our prayer list, please, because she is in the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Remember the family of 87-year-old Evelyn Ellington of Muleshoe, Eloise Wilson, 94, of Muleshoe, and Lucy Riccio, 74, of Muleshoe. Gladys Black, Mary Nell Bleeker, Mary Janice Brantley, Diane Brunson, Larry and Berta Combs, David Gallman, Buck and Carolyn Johnson, little 20-month-old Reed Markle and his family, Jenny McVicker, Betty Noble, Jinx Myers, Larry Thornton, still in rehabilitation in Dallas, and Reese Brown, who is the nephew of Iva Noble of Muleshoe. He's 16 years of age and lives in Nashville, Tennessee. Jerry and Bill Savuto in McKinney, formerly of Muleshoe, Cleo and Ruby Ward. Brother Richard Kaufman of Kermit, the father of Brother Jeff Kaufman of Muleshoe has cancer, and his wife Carolyn also needs to be on our prayer list. Little Eliza Dodd of Portales, Jane Foster Carlton's granddaughter, Susan Kirby and her family, Lester Morgan and his wife, and he is at home recuperating from his surgery. He is Pam Thomason's father, Claude Vaughn of Tuya, the father of Debbie Hutto of Muleshoe formerly, and she now lives in Lubbock. Clara Rimpey has cancer. Joe Bledsoe of Farwell, Suzanne McCrae, Nelda Merritt, Ellen and Horace Morgan, Glenda Shepler of Fort Worth, the sister of Gina Martis of Muleshoe, who has cancer.
Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program rotating here on Channel 6 as well. Find it free of charge on demand anytime you want to listen to it on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
Tumbleweed Smith, one exciting birthday. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe as well as in Morton. They're owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504 or go online, bcecoop.com. They're celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric. The board of members, employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle, all hopes that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
I gotta ask you, how old are you?
100 years old today.
What's gonna be happening?
I couldn't tell you. I just tuned them out. There's too much going on. We've had breakfast, we've been sang to, we've been played to.
On her birthday, Hazel Walker of Van Horn had a big parade through the main street in town. Later, she took a helicopter ride and is looking forward to riding with her grandson in his plane.
And we're going to go sailing off into the wild blue yonder. Everybody needs to be 100 one time.
Where were you born?
Coon Rapids County, Iowa.
Her family moved to Missouri, where they lived in a log cabin for 17 years.
The main room was about 18 by 18, and then it had upstairs and a little lean-to kitchen on it, and Mom and Dad and 4 kids. And we didn't have a divan. We didn't have chairs. You sat on the bed. We had a big old wicker rocker. It was the most fancy chair we had. You know, we lived out in the country. In the wintertime, you took the wheels off of the wagon and put the sled runners on. We had snow back there then.
Christmas wasn't a big deal.
The most I can remember for Christmas is a brown paper sack with 1 orange, 1 apple, a few nuts, and a little candy. And that was our Christmas package.
She attended a one-room school.
8 grades in 1 room. And then Dad was afraid I was going to marry one of those Missouri hillbillies, so he moved me to New Mexico.
In New Mexico, she was a school cafeteria cook for 25 years.
And I've taught school, I've been a postmaster, I've been in all kinds of jobs.
Hazel has made 200 quilts, all by hand.
The Kansas City Star had 1 quilt pattern in it every week, and we were always so anxious to get that paper to see what that quilt pattern was.
She always has a stack of books around her easy chair.
Louis L'Amour especially. He's my favorite. Yeah, I may read a book in a day.
She gave up on a puzzle she had been working on for a long time.
1,500 pieces is way more than I need to handle.
Hazel, how old do you feel?
I feel just as young as I did at 50.
Hazel Walker of Van Horn. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time now for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located right here in Muleshoe in his office at 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. He's a member SIPC. He and his branch office administrator, Dana Rimpey, can assist you with any of your financial needs, no matter where you live. The market report was recorded this Wednesday, May the 18th, 2016 at 12 noon. U.S. stocks are little change as investors look forward to the release of the minutes from the Federal Reserve's April meeting. The Fed minutes are scheduled to be released at 2 p.m. Eastern Time and may give clues on the path of rate hikes. In corporate news, shares of Staples are little changed after the company stated that it does not expect top-line growth this year, while shares of Lowe's are gaining after the home improvement chain's quarterly sales exceeded expectations. U.S. bonds are trending lower. In the S&P 500, the best-performing sector is financials, while the worst-performing sector is consumer staples. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 1.30 at 17,531.28. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index is up 2.03 to 2,049.24. The Nasdaq Composite Index is up 24.57 at 4,740.31. Volume on the New York Stock Exchange is moderate with 135.19 million shares traded. Decliners are outnumbering advancers by roughly 5 to 4 market margin. Commodity markets, the spot price of gold is down $8.27 to $1,270.66. The spot price of silver is down 18 cents to $17.06, and crude oil prices are down 5 cents to $48.26. In the bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.64%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.81%. And some stocks of area interest, Pfizer Incorporated is up 0.24 to 33.27. Apple Incorporated is up 1.28 to 94.77. Staples Incorporated is even on the date at 8.28. Lowe's Companies Incorporated is up 2.81 to 78.88. Home Depot is up 2.20 to 132.16, and Excel Energy Incorporated is up 0.02 to 40.88. The market report has been brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located at 104 West 2nd Street right here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4102. Check him out online, www.edwardjones.com.